Welcome back, y'all. What up?
L-I-V-I-N. Pillows are acting a fool over here.
I know. Are you okay? You're acting like my Frenchie trying to get comfortable over
You're
here.
like squishing around.
Everyone just stopped listening. They're like, ew.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
It's really cute from him. Not so cute from you. Okay.
Is it cute?
He's so cute.
Speaking of things that aren't silent.
It's always some kind of dad joke trying to lead into the topic.
I gotta make sense of the foolishness out of the gate, you know.
I know, we're always just
we're gonna talk about how even when you're successful, it doesn't always silence your self-doubt.
I wouldn't know because I haven't had enough success to silence anything. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Why do top leaders struggle with imposter syndrome? And we're gonna talk about what to do about it. Everyone has it. I don't want to hear it. If somebody's like, I don't know, lying. It's a human condition, right?
Called out.
We all have those times where, you know, we have every reason to believe in ourselves. We have every reason to be confident. You've built the thing, you've earned the role, you got the team, but you still think that, you know, why me? Who do I think I am? Am I smart enough? Are they going to listen to me? Do I have all the right ideas? Imposter syndrome doesn't go away with success, and arguably it might get worse. And it often, I think truthfully, it intensifies it. Mm-hmm. When there's more pressure, when there's more eyes on you, when the stakes are higher, you might tend to doubt yourself and think, wonder if I'm capable of this. I was capable of the thing a few years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago when I started, but where I'm at now, how did I get here? Why am I here? Do I have the skills? Do I have the energy? Do I have the time? Do I have the right? Like the list goes on. So we are going to give you some language and tools to recognize what that voice is and sounds like, and then how to reframe it and how to lead in spite of it, how to lead anyway, even though it will come up. So we're not going to tell you to get rid of it. We're going to tell you how to understand it, listen to it, and then lead in spite of it.
Or even make it your secret weapon. I think I didn't plan to say that, but we didn't plan to say any of this shit, but
in case you haven't realized listenership.
They're like, why am I listening to this? No, I think in a lot of ways, this topic or the imposter syndrome can actually be kind of a secret weapon in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things that come from that. So in honor of that thought, I have a question.
I'm nervous.
I know. I was like, I feel that's why you're all wiggly over here. You're never wiggly.
Okay, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. When is a time that imposter syndrome served you?
That's a good question. I didn't know what angle you were going for there. That's a hard question, but that's good. As per usual, dropping bombs, bangers. As the kids say, that question slaps.
This is what deflection looks like, folks.
Yeah. Let me find some cool lingo to come up with while I think about how to answer that. Imposter syndrome served me. That's really good. I mean, okay. I think if I think about that critically, I think what imposter syndrome can do, if channeled, in my experience, is that it can drive you, push you, motivate you, inspire you to pursue things despite feeling grossly underprepared. And because it's scary. Like if I don't feel like I should be there, or I'm not prepared, I'm not smart enough, or I don't have the answers, but it's something that I want, then I'm unwilling to let those feelings, that internal dialogue, stop me. And so I go after the thing. I'm like, okay, well, if that's true, if that's how I feel, which is real, I can't, necessarily shift that in terms of, that's how I feel right now. I have to deal. Well, then let's come up with a solution. If I don't still feel smart enough, where are the resources? Where can I learn? If I feel underprepared, what are the tools? What's the skill set? Let me go find it. Let me put myself in a place to bolster that. And I think, I don't know truthfully that always comes from a particularly healthy place in terms of like, I think I do it out of spite, right? I've done it out of just like, I'll show you, like, I'm not going to lose. But the fact of the matter is that it's a driver. And because I am so adamant, not that I don't fail, but because I'm so adamant about reaching my goals and so driven and hell-bent on making it happen, I refuse to let imposter syndrome bog me down or get in my way. So I just override it. So I'm like, okay, great. Well, let's fix it. So, again, I'm not advocating or saying that always looks, maybe even looks particularly healthy, but it's yielded results. And I don't drive from that place all the time. I'm not saying that's my fuel, but I think there's certainly been any number of times where I'm like, I don't deserve to be in that room. Well, let me get to a place. Let me deserve it. Let me, at least feel that way. So great question.
That's good.
You're happy with that one? Sometimes you're not happy with my answers.
No, it's your answer.
Yeah, but you got an idea what you want me to say.
I ping you a couple.
Yeah. Ping. Hey, I don't like that answer. I'm going to circle back and ping you.
That is very, it's just not an acceptable answer.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
No,
I'll ping you later about what I think the right answer is.
No, that's great. I think the other thing that for me, I think it allows me to be relatable because imposter syndrome is a part of the human experience. Not feeling like we're capable, not feeling like we're enough to do the thing or be the thing or whatever it is. And I think that is a part of the human experience. And so it allows us to be relatable too.
Totally.
Like, I think sometimes our team thinks you're a superhuman and doesn't struggle with any of these things.
Oh, thanks, Christine. That means a lot. I know that's not what you meant.
What do you mean?
I was like trying to turn it into a positive thing.
I know, you always are on it. It's like, no, you hold yourself to such a high standard. And so I don't think that people understand the weight that you carry with that. And so I think in a lot of ways it makes, when you're vulnerable about those things, I think it makes you human to the team because you carry a lot of things. You do a ton for the team. You're always the one who has the details. Like, you do a ton and it's incredible. I think sometimes the vulnerability helps people show up because they can relate to you. So I think in a lot, and you're good at that. Like, you let those sides show, though and then you encourage them to be better. Right. You inspire me with that. I think you're a great leader with that. So just let it soak in.
All right. I'm going to sit here and bask in that compliment.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you take us in.
Okay. So we're talking about with the more you achieve, the louder the doubts can get. This is challenging, right? Because we push to get rid of it in a lot of ways. Like, even like you're saying, you're like, it makes me better. So why is imposter syndrome why does it still show up? How can we overcome that if it's just follows us or gets louder no matter what we accomplish?
Yeah. I think to start with, high achievers, we base our identity on doing, not being. And so
You are a human being,
not a human
not
doing.
a human.
I know. That's one of my favorite Christine quotes. I have many. That's a banger though. It slaps. I'm cool. I'm young. So
oh, no.
With that in mind, there's so, yeah, it's just such a fraught relationship, right? And I'm not saying that like accomplishing things is great, and I'm someone who's certainly likes to do a lot, but what happens is that success raises the stakes. So there's this inherent fraught relationship between the thing that we say that we want or the thing that we truly want, which is growth, which is opportunity, which is reaching our goals, and the nature of that thing being accomplished adds another layer of pressure and another layer of pressure and another opportunity. There's always, I think, this is kind of really interesting dynamic and relationship between success and the weight that it puts on us. And with that weight comes more visibility, more pressure, more opportunities for public failure. You put more people around you, more people are going to see it when you screw up. If you're just alone in your room and you're building the thing, screw it up, right? That doesn't really feel like anything. You add one person, you add two people, you invite people into the leadership team, right? As that grows, that there's a visibility piece that creates a level of vulnerability that high achievers can often really struggle with. And so because I'm going to say we again, because we struggle with it, we internalize it and it creates imposter syndrome. I don't want to fail in front of these people, but I feel like I'm going to. So now I feel like I don't belong. Right now I'm worried that I'm not the person they think I am. I'm going to let them down. So there's this kind of fear of being found out, right? In quotes, that you're, again, I'll say it. Yeah. All right. It's like a Freudian slip there, but here we are. That you're not as good as they think you are, or that you think you are, and that it ultimately just fuels anxiety.
Yeah.
And so that's the undercurrent. Like that's why it shows up, is because, again, there's this fraught relationship between driving and being afraid of the results that you actually get. And I think that is an inherent wrestle that high achievers will always grapple with, right? I want this thing so bad. It also scares the shit out of me, because what if I get it? What if I actually pull it off and then I screw it up? Right? And then you do it, and then you're right, and then you're striving. So you're also like, you get there, and then there's another goal, and so you're always in this position of kind of this like push pull. Again, there's this wrestle, and I mean, ultimately, we have to remember that even the best leaders question themselves, and the problem isn't doubt. Let's take that as a given, that the doubt exists. Everyone, again, that's the human experience, and I think we're uniquely designed to wrestle with that and to be in a place where we can actually cope with that and that be very healthy. But it's not about doubt. It's just what you do with it, right? It's how it shows up in your life, what you make it mean about you. And so if it's going to happen, right? So again, let's say what it is. It's there. How do we spot the patterns And then maybe even start to break that loop, that kind of, again, it's that inherent like friction relationship that happens with growth and doubt and anxiety and back and forth as we continue to strive. So how do we recognize it?
Yeah, I think some of the common signs of imposter syndrome are things that we've seen with clients that we've worked with, or even within ourselves and our own team, is downplaying your role or your success.
Mm-hmm.
We might call it humility. Oh, that leader is so humble. But it's not always humility. Sometimes it's that you're dealing with imposter syndrome. And so, like, are you actually able to receive the compliments that people are giving you? Are you actually able to soak in and feel the success and celebrate those things and look at those accomplishments as wins, or are you just off to the next thing? And avoiding recognition or visibility, that you mentioned, that visibility piece, I think that's a huge one. I think the visibility piece is a huge reason why people really never reach their full potential, because we are terrified of being seen at that level. And that is the core root of that is imposter syndrome. And then overworking to prove your worth. This is a big one. You and I both deal with this one. I'm
gonna walk away.
Yeah, it's real in our team. Like, I'm just gonna keep working harder and harder and harder to prove my worth. And I think sometimes we just create busyness in our businesses to feel important. And so, are you busy in the right direction, or are you just trying to prove your worth so you don't feel like an imposter?
Love that. You just dropped a Taylor quote. Busy in the right direction. Look at us. We're wearing off on each other.
I know.
All right.
If you spend enough time with someone, you'll just start sounding
20 hours a day for years on end. You too can trade quotes.
We finish each other's sandwiches. Oh my gosh. Right. We're tired, guys. Sorry. And then comparing consistently to others. So, like, consistently comparing yourself to other people in your space. I think this one's challenging for so many of us. We see this really heavily in the health and wellness space or coaching space. It's like, oh, somebody's already doing it. We're always comparing ourselves. Oh, they're on a bigger stage. They have more likes. They have more followers. And that just, like, stop playing that game. Like, literally, if you're doing that, take them the heck off your social media. Like, stop looking at it. If there's something in your life that's creating this imposter syndrome, and it's making you feel like enough, because at the core of it, it makes you feel like you're not enough. Get it out of your life. So a couple of ways to, like, reframe with truth. So, I'm not here because I'm perfect. I'm here because I'm willing to grow.
Love that.
It's a really good kind of declaration to keep in your mind or write down. Use data over drama. Remind yourself what's true and what's just loud. And then the last one to really reframe this is build a proof bank. We do that. We have, like, a spot in our work where we do this. We're like, give us the proof, baby. Prove it. So screenshots, wins, affirmations, feedback, revisit it weekly. We have people in one part of our program that they send out letters. We have this, like, language around letters that they get real feedback from as a leader. And nobody wants to do it because it's very confronting, but it asks a couple of great questions. Like, get some good feedback and then get it, like, save those things, save those emails, save those reviews, and go back to it frequently. So those are some ways to reframe and move forward, so you're not stuck in imposter syndrome. So Taylor, when it's blocking your leadership, so you're in a place where it's like you're stuck in it, what does that look like? Let's address that portion of it.
Yeah, I think this is important because it gets in the way, right? And specifically, it gets in the way in not just our lives, but in the lives of the people that we are responsible for. It gets in the way of progress, momentum, clarity. And so it's important to address not just for ourselves, but also so that we can lead well. And so when it is not addressed, imposter syndrome will lead to, I'm going to give you a handful of examples to hopefully help folks recognize it. One, hesitation and decisions, right? Again, it thwarts momentum, and typically what disrupts momentum is when we have a lack of clarity or decision fatigue, which slows down that decision-making process. We actually did a podcast a couple episodes ago on decision fatigue. But if you're hesitating and making decisions, that's a great sign that you are not addressing imposter syndrome. Next is you have insecure communication. You're not confident in your communication style, your strategy, your delivery. You're not clear on your boundaries, your expectations. When that's happening, again, another sign imposter syndrome is creeping in. You are undermining your own authority. So you're not confident, or you downplay the role that you actually play in the pull and authority that you have, right? So, and again, that shows up as a communication breakdown when it comes to boundaries and expectations. So you're just, oh, well, whenever, get it to me whenever, doesn't matter. No, like if it matters, show up, right? Like if that's your responsibility, communicate that clearly. So undermining your own authority, and then your inability to receive support or lead others well. I like to say lead others boldly. And this comes from a feeling of not deserving deserving that support, right? So you feel like you don't deserve to be in the place that you're at, or you're not smart enough. And so that kind of internal narrative trickles to or arrives you, puts you squarely in a place where you feel like you don't receive support, or you're not able or willing to lead others well. So if you're in that place, if you're doing any of those things, instead I'd like you to practice a couple of other versions of that. So we'd like to shift the language. So try saying, this is new. I'm learning, and I actually am the right person to lead this. I'm just going to step confidently into this role, knowing that I don't have all the answers. So again, narrative, the internal narrative, the language that we use with ourselves really, really matters. So a reframe can really start to shift things here. So again, just owning that this is new, I'm learning, but I'm actually the right person to lead this. You can use coaching. You can lean into peer reflection, team feedback. Really just work to whatever vehicle or lever you want to pull or support mechanism that you want to deploy. Just work to recalibrate what's real versus what's fear. So what's actually happening? What is the real feedback versus, again, that just kind of internal dialogue and narrative and fear. So owning your role doesn't mean that you have to feel doubt. It means that you can lead through it. So really that's the goal here, right? Is, of course, it's there. I hear it. I get it. But we're going to lead through it anyway. We're going to recognize the signs. We're going to reframe that. We're going to change that internal dialogue. We're going to ask for support. We're going to verbalize that we don't know things. We're going to be honest, and we're going to lead through it. So with that in mind,
leadership challenge.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, this one works so well because I do it often. So this week, notice where your imposter syndrome is showing up. So where are you shrinking in certain rooms? Are you dismissing your own credibility? Are you downplaying yourself? And just take a second to check in. Take a second to just see where that's actually showing up. You might just kind of be feeling less confident in a certain space or place in your life. And so identify that and then write down one thing you used to dream about that you're literally doing today. And that's proof, baby. So write it down and focus on it. Don't wait until you feel ready, because you're never going to feel ready. It's like if you have kids, like you never feel ready to have kids or a second dog. Do you feel ready to get a second dog? No, you never feel ready. You just pull the damn trigger and you go, and then you learn So just do the thing. Don't wait. You're not going to ever feel ready. Just move forward, and then you'll have more proof, and then you'll be more confident. And then hopefully you'll continue to practice that, and imposter syndrome will leave. Own your seat at the table. You're not a fraud. You're growing and learning, and that's okay.
Good.
And people respect when you show up and you own that.
Mhm.
They're not expecting you to have all the answers. They're expecting you to stay connected and be honest.
Yeah.
That wins more. Vulnerability and honesty wins more trust than having all the answers, because people get to feel included and related to. So allow yourself to be in the learning game.
Yep. So, as always, hope that's helpful. Hope you can walk away with something you can sink your teeth into. Truly, just encourage you to just change one bit of that, one piece of that language, one little bit of that internal dialogue. Ask for support one more time. It doesn't take heroic action to actually change how you're feeling and really start to overcome that imposter syndrome. So in the meantime, while you're working on that, you can find us at impactinitiative.network, and we'd love to hear from you, see what we got going on, how we can support you. Also, from a support perspective, lots of great stuff coming up in October. We just wrapped up an incredible several events. We were involved in Colorado Startup Week, did a full wellness day. We wrapped up our retreat for health and wellness entrepreneurs, which was incredible. 3 days, all inclusive. We worked out. We did contrast therapy. We did 5 biz dev sessions. We worked on sales. We brought an expert in to help us with language and communication. Incredible. September was just full of incredible, amazing experiences and connections. And we're going to do it again and keep the ball rolling and the momentum going in October. So you can find us on the 4th Wednesday and 4th Thursday of October. The 4th Wednesday is going to be our health and fitness business roundtable for entrepreneurs in that industry. We're going to have the service hub on the 4th Thursday for trades and service industries looking to build your team and hire, unify, and build in the right direction and alignment with your legacy. So if you're in the Denver area, those are free events. Check those out. And until we see you in person or see you on the internet, we'll see you next time on Impact Minded.
Bye, y'all.